So we have different types of passes for all those different situations. So the first one we're going to go over, today right now we're going to go over butterfly guard pass. We've got his legs under my thighs here. Okay? So the main thing you have to think about is where your opponent has leverage. He has strength and leverage to lift from right about here to here. Once his leg is fully extended, he doesn't have any lifting strength in his leg. At the same idea as when I have his heel jammed in his butt in this position, he doesn't have nearly as much, try to extend your leg. Okay, he doesn't have nearly as much strength from here as he does from here. Now he can extend his leg. So what I want to do is I want to jam his heels to his butt as tight as I can by using my body. Okay, so we'll start here. He has butterfly hooks. I'm going to take both my elbows, tight to his hips, and I jam my knees to my elbows and jamming his heels to his butt. From up here, come down, nice and tight. Okay? Now, from here, what I do with my legs is very important. Okay? I'm going to put one knee in the center of the butt. So right now I'm going to put my left knee in the center. So I come up, put my knee in the center of his butt. Okay? Now another leg step back. Okay? Now I do the switcheroo and I go two-on-one position. So I go from here, this knee comes in, and this knee steps out. Okay? Okay, one more time. I jam him up. Okay? Knee in the center, kick my leg back, two-on-one. Okay? Now I have my two legs on his one leg, which is two-on-one position. Okay? This is much stronger for passing because now I'm threatening to come to this side of his body. And I've kind of negated this leg. It's useless right now for me. Okay? Now that I have this position here, now that I have two-on-one position here, okay? One important thing is I want to always have my head looking to the opposite direction I'm passing. If I have my head here and I try to pass this way, A, it makes it more difficult for me, and B, it makes it easier for me to just push my head to the side, and now I'm not going to be able to pass because I can't circle. So the first thing I have to do is make sure that my head and my ear is tight to his hip on this side. Okay? Now I can try to push my head in this direction. I have a lot more strength to fight it. Okay? As opposed to if my head is here, it's much easier for me. So my main thing is when I come here, when I go to this position, my head comes to the side. Okay, my ear tight. Now, one. Now I keep my elbows tight to his hips. Here, trapping his hips so that he can't move his hips out to the side. Okay. Now my hand, don't come like this because he's going to kimura you. Okay. Don't put your hand here. I want to keep my hand tight on his hip. Okay. Now from here, I step this leg back, push his knee to the ground, and step my leg over and bring my knee tight to his hip. And now I'm pinching I'm trapping his heel to his butt still, just like this, okay? This is nice and tight, okay? Now from here, my hands are going to come under his head, and I'm going to fall my hip to the side and pass this leg, okay? Notice that my knee is still tight to his hip on this side here, okay? So when I come from here, when I step back, my knee is still tight to his hip. Stopping him from coming. If this is loose, it's just going to bring it back to his guard. It's going to bring his guard back and I'm screwed, okay? So when I come like this, the main mistake I see guys making this position is they do something like this. Okay, and that's not going to work because anyone who's any good is going to stop you from passing like this. Or it's going to get you back to your guard. So when I'm here, I keep that knee tight, keep low, and I fall my feet down. Okay? Now this knee comes back in, and this knee comes out. Now I'm on my side. Okay? Don't do this either. Don't take this leg out first. Okay? If you do that, now again you're in space for a knee. Okay? I want to bring it right back down. Keep this knee tight, this knee comes in, push my hips, my butt low, chest, chest. Okay, one more time. A little bit faster. So one, come in, nice and tight. Okay. Knee in the middle. Step back. Okay. Now switch to 1-1. Hand on the hip tight. Push the elbow on top of the knee. Push his knee to the ground. Step over. Hand to the head. Step back. Hand to the ground. Okay. Now I'll try to do it a little faster. Right here. Okay. That's the first technique we'll go over for today.